Hey guys, Ben here with Oddly Armed, and today I have another disassembly video for you, this time of an FN SCAR 16S. So let's go ahead, dig into it, and see how the SCAR works. Alright guys, so the SCAR 16 comes apart pretty easily. We're going to go ahead and start out by just popping our magazine out. And then the first step is going to be removing our lower receiver. So there's a single captive pin here at the front of the lower. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. Then you just press forward on the lower receiver, pull down, and it's going to go ahead and pop straight off of the rifle. So there really isn't a whole lot to see with the lower receiver here. Looking in the trigger group, you can see it is a different style than an AR-15 entirely. So this actually is more in common with an FAL with the trigger, the hammer spring off to the side here instead of coiled around the bottom of the hammer. So that's a little bit different, but it works very well. And you can see I have the Geisley trigger in here, as well as Magpul safety selectors and a Reptilia CQG grip. But pretty much all the rest of the controls are going to be AR-15 style and pretty well done. Moving back up to the receiver, the next step is going to be removing our stock, which is incredibly simple. All you have to do is pull it off the bottom there. So you can see this is a stock module in its entirety. We just have the plate there for folding it, then our cheek riser and our adjustable stock for length of pull. That's pretty much all to see there. Now coming to the back here, you can see in the back of the receiver, we do have our recoil spring and its back plate. So we'll go ahead and pull back on the charging handle, and generally you want to pull down on this back plate here, and then you can pull it straight out the back of the receiver. Very nice captive spring here, so nothing too crazy to see. Then we're going to go ahead and pull our charging handle back until it's in its disassembly notch there, at which point the charging handle will just pull out the side. This is also the same spot where we could go ahead and install it on the other side if you're wrong-handed or like that for some reason. So we'll go ahead, pull that guy out, and then the bolt carrier group is just going to pull straight out the back of the receiver. The bolt carrier group itself, as you can see, is basically AR-180 style, or pretty much entirely AR-180 style, just with a very long protrusion here to interact with the piston. Take this part, all we gotta do is pull our firing pin retaining pin back here. You can use the charging handle to push it out. So we'll go ahead and pop that out. It is non-captive, which point you can go ahead and pull out the firing pin. So here is our firing pin, a little bit different than an AR-15, but works pretty well. And then we can go ahead and pull out our cam pin here. And the last step is going to be pulling the bolt straight out the front. So you can see it's a pretty standard AR-180 style bolt. We have our extractor, our ejector there, and that's pretty much it. Very well finished, nothing really to worry about as far as durability goes. Now we've come to the most annoying part of disassembling a SCAR. So getting our gas system out is not the funnest part of this disassembly, but to get our gas plug out, it's actually not too bad. We just need to press in that detent and then rotate our gas valve here, and then eventually it's going to rotate all the way over there, and you can pull it just straight front out of the rifle. And you can see we do have our different hole sizes there for suppressed and unsuppressed. This is a great suppressor host, so these are well regulated there. Now the next part is a little bit more difficult. There's a couple of different ways to get the piston itself out of the rifle because it is stuck up in there inside of the gas block. One of the traditional ways is to take a cleaning rod out from the back of the receiver to press it out. That's generally what people recommend doing. I don't like that because it's a long tool that you're going to have to carry with you, but there is another way. If you look in there, you can kind of see the back of the piston, and what you need is some sort of a tool like this hook here. And if you reach in the back there, then you can actually go ahead and press the piston out with the tool. Then coming back out here, see there's another hole right here at the front, and you can actually get behind the piston head a little bit and go ahead and pop it out the front. So for me, that's a little bit easier than using a full-length cleaning rod to get this guy out. So pulling the barrel on the SCAR 16 is pretty easy to do. All it is 6 different screws, so the 2 here in the back of the receiver, and then the 1 here at the front. You have to loosen out all those, and then your barrel will go ahead and pull out the front of the rifle. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to do it because my 16 is actually pretty tight, so it makes it a bit of a pain to get the barrel out of there. But I will show you guys the inside of the receiver just to show you what you're dealing with here. So you can see the back of the chamber. everything is incredibly easy to get to. You really don't have anything blocking your way to clean the receiver, so pulling your barrel, you really don't have to do it that often for these. Alright guys, and that is an FN SCAR 16S fully disassembled. So thank you for checking out this disassembly video. Please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos here in the near future.